very warm welcome to the governor today.
I know that you were talking about federal abortion restrictions earlier, and you mentioned that a consensus is unlikely in Congress. But in the event that Congress did reach a consensus, a majority of Republicans are behind it, and a national abortion ban lands on your desk, would you sign it?
I think if there's 60 votes, which we're not anywhere near that, and if there's something where they've come together on consensus, yes, of course I would sign it, because that's 60 votes out of 100 saying this is what America wants. But we're at 45, so we're not anywhere close.
Could I ask a follow-up question?
Sure.
New Hampshire voters are overwhelmingly pro-choice, so how would you reconcile that in the New Hampshire primary?
I'm being very honest with you. I can't suddenly change my pro-life position because I'm campaigning in New Hampshire, but what I will tell you is I think it's incredibly personal. And I'm going to treat it with the respect it deserves. And I'm also going to tell you the truth that don't let them tell you that a Republican president can ban abortion, because we have 45 pro-life senators. We might get 1 or 2 this cycle. We're nowhere near 60. And nobody wants to tell you that. The media won't tell you that, but I'm going to tell you that. And so rather than debating something that's never going to go anywhere, why don't we debate what we can make a difference on? And that is, how do you save babies but support moms? How do we make sure that we're giving the support that's needed in the time that's needed for a woman that's challenged? No one has been honest with you about what the real debate is. In order for there to be any sort of abortion ban, it would take a majority of the House, 60 senators, and a president to sign it. We haven't had 60 Republican senators in 100 years. We might have 45 pro-life senators. So no Republican president could ban abortions any more than a Democrat president could get rid of our state laws. It's just not practical. So if we want to talk about a federal law, let's talk about consensus. Let's humanize the situation rather than demonizing the situation. Can't we all agree that we don't want to see late-term abortions? Can't we all agree that we should encourage more adoptions and better quality adoptions so those kids feel more love and not less? Can't we agree there should be more access to contraception? Can't we agree that doctors and nurses who don't believe in abortion shouldn't have to perform them? And can't we agree that any woman that has an abortion shouldn't go to jail and get the death penalty? Can't we start there? That's where we start. So when they want to talk about how many weeks are you for, don't let them divide us on that. We are for saving as many babies as possible and supporting as many moms as we can. We're going to humanize this issue because it's that personal. And when we start dealing with it that way, that's when everybody wins. And so, if they ask me how many weeks I am, I'm going to ask them, have they asked Kamala and Biden whether they're for 36 weeks, 37 weeks, or 38 weeks? No one's asked them that, because Congress recently supported passing abortion up until the time of birth. So let's have a true, honest conversation if we're going to have it. And let's focus on how we save babies and how we support mothers in the process.
Nice to meet you too. Yeah, please do. Please do. Yeah.